Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. So today I wanted to show you two hanging baskets that I'm going to be making today. They're going to go right into the front of our house. We have this pole where they're going to be going on. They actually can't go there today because we have to fix that pole before we can put the hooks on and the hanging baskets. So I won't be able to actually show you them hanging up today in the video, but I can at least show you putting them together so that way you can get some ideas if you want to put your own hanging baskets together. I know that you can go to a lot of garden centers or places like that where you can get already pre-made hanging baskets from, but it is kind of fun to do them yourself too, especially if you have different types of containers that you like to use, or if you just want to make your own variation of something, and that's exactly what I'm doing today. Okay, sorry, there was a plane that was going by. It was making a lot of noise, so I just wanted to wait until that passed. So why don't I show you the 3 plants that I'm going to be using today, and I'm only going to be using 3 plants because each one of these is going to be a pretty decent size. So to start off, I have sparkling, Super Venus Sparkling Rosé, and you can see what the flowers look like on there. So they're kind of like a whitish pink towards the outside, and then they're more of a deeper pink in the middle. This is going to have more of a mounded shape to it, so it's not as much trailing, but it's going to grow kind of like up and out more so, and this will get to be a good size, like I said. The second plant is called Goldilocks Rocks Bidens. So you can see that there. So this again is going to be more of another mounded type, and it has that nice yellow. So I wanted to have that pop of color. And then the last thing is going to be Supertunia Bordeaux, and you can see what those beautiful flowers look like. This one is going to trail more. It's not a Supertunia Vista, which those get to be even bigger, so it's a little bit more aggressive in growing. This one is going to be more of just kind of well, not as aggressive, but it'll definitely still trail over, and this will have the nice purple flowers. I chose these colors because I have Denim and Lace Russian Sage that's planted right underneath these, so those are going to have kind of like a periwinkle purple color, so I wanted to do something that was going to kind of go with the theme of that, so kind of more cool colors, but I still wanted to have that pop of color with the yellow. So I have these 2 containers right here. These are my 2 hanging baskets. I took one of the hangers off of this side just because I wanted to show you what it's going to look like with the plants in there. But they hang just like this, and they're a pretty normal size. I don't know the exact dimension, but I would say probably about 14 inches or so. Not a super big size, but for this size of container, you only really want to put 3 plugs in because these, you could see just from the gate, these 3 are already going to take up a pretty decent amount of space, and they're only going to grow from this point. So you can kind of see what they look like just in there already. They already take up most of the space in here, and they're going to grow quite a bit this season. Inside each one of these containers, I'm going to be using, you can see that bag right off to my right over there, or your left. This is ProMix. It's a really, really good high quality soil, good for pots more than anything else. So I'm going to be putting that in here, and then I'm going to use some Biotone starter fertilizer. This stuff is good to just get plants going. It's more for stuff that goes in the ground, but this will definitely still work. And then with the Biotone, because they're all flowering, I'm going to use a slow release fertilizer. So this is called Rosenbloom from Scott's. It's not an organic one, but it's just something that I had on hand. But it's a nice continuous release plant food that'll help them bloom. I will say though, if the blooms seem like they're kind of fizzling out, I guess, it doesn't seem like they're performing the way that I want them to, then I also have this. This is from Proven Winners. It's just a water-soluble plant food. Another thing you could use that's a little bit easier to find than this would be by Miracle Grow. They also have a bloom booster. I've used that, and it seems to work just as well. It's just a water-soluble one that you just mix in with a watering hose, or watering can, I should say, or they also have the hose attachments too, and this will give it plant food, but this is more of a quick shot, so you got to do it every week, maybe a couple times a week, so whatever ends up working best for you. So that's what I'm going to be putting in, and now I'm just going to put it all together. So here's the finished product. I'm just gonna leave them right here for now because this is a nice full sun location, so I think they'll get plenty of sun until we can hang them up, which will only be at the most another week or so until we can actually hang them up. But I just wanted to plant them now because it's already getting late for, you know, starting containers and everything, but they look really good right off the bat anyways. I also set up these hooks so that way they would hang this way, so that way both of the Super Tunia Bordeaux's would hang down in the front, because I wanted those to show the most, and the other two will kind of grow up and over them. And then the other thing I did was I just planted the two plants opposite of each other, so that way the two verbena would be on the inside and then the two Bidens would be on the outside. So I'm going to take a walk though and show you where these are actually going to go. So here is the front of our house right here. You can see these are the 3 denim and lace Russian sage, which we haven't even planted yet because we actually just got them. So I'll just show you what the color is going to look like on these. Okay, I've tried for like 3 minutes and I can't get it to focus. I don't know why, but you can kind of see, at least blurry anyways, that it's like a purple color. So we're gonna have those 3 planted there underneath. They're gonna stay on the shorter side. And then on this pole, we have these 2 hooks that are gonna go right here. They're just not on there yet. And then those 2 hanging baskets are gonna hang right from there. All right, so that was pretty much it for this video. I just really wanted to do some hanging baskets because we have a whole bunch of older bushes in the front of our house, and we've been working on a whole bunch of other parts of the yard, but I think next year we're gonna start to tackle those bushes because they're not super exciting. But those hanging baskets just add so much to the front yard, and they really take away from the other stuff that I don't particularly love. If you guys have any questions or comments about any of the plants, or really anything, to be honest, feel free to drop them down below. And besides that, I will see you guys in the next video.